Welcome back to Afternoon Express, where I am so excited I can barely hold myself back. That's why I've got my hands behind my back, child. Do me.
Yeah?
You've got one of my favorites coming up.
We've got tongues wagging. That's what I'm going to say. We're getting tongues wagging with this one.
Well, there are a few food combos that we just love here in the Afternoon Express kitchen, and one of them is succulent tongue with mustard sauce. We've decided to take it up a notch, and we're serving it with a 3 mustard clover dairy snack sauce. This, I just get so excited talking about it. I mean, Bass, from a scale of 1 to 10, and how can we change your mind? How do you feel about cow's tongue?
Listen, it's a tradition in my family, so I eat it, but not the biggest fan.
Okay.
Right, but I'm very excited for the 3 mustard sauce. So maybe today.
Yeah, I think today is the day, because we have enjoyed this on the show multiple times. We have shown our viewers so many different ways of enjoying the tongue, essentially. So, Dumi, this is just something else to add to the repertoire.
Something else to add to the repertoire, and just another way to enjoy it, like you said, Balisa, because a lot of the times people are afraid of recipes, or we're saying that we're trying to give you tricks on how to make sure that even if you not mask the flavor, but at least try and enhance it so it's more flavorful for you.
Delicious. That already sounds good. So what's going into your pot?
So I'm going to prep the tongue first over here. So what we're going to do is we've got a pot of water that's going to get onto the boil. So I'm going to put in a few aromatics. So what we've got in there at the moment is some bay leaves. I've popped some peppercorns. We can actually pop all of them in there. Then just some carrots and onion. And then what you're going to do is just put your tongue into the pot. Just do that very...
As is.
As sexy as I can.
Nailed it.
And then that goes in there for about 1 hour to 2 hours. You want it to be nice and soft. So you're just going to leave that there, go chill, do the things, and then that's it.
Okay, so it's that easy. So it's quite important, Dumi, to flavor the water. That's where the tongue gets all its flavor from.
Yes, that's where the flavors come in from. So if you wanted to add any other types of aromatics, I'm loving the fact that Bass has kept the staples here. We've got some onions, we've got some peppers, and we've got some bay leaves in there. So if you want to take it up a notch and add something different, you could even add cinnamon sticks to this, or star anise, because this is where the flavor would be. If you want to, you could even pickle with a little bit of vinegar there. It's up to you. But what that does is it helps you to be able to peel off the skin that's on the tongue, bringing it to what Bass has right there. So now that's been cooked, and then the skin has been taken off, and now that's our pickled tongue that we're going to be making. And with this amazing, delicious pickled tongue, we're making a tasty mustard sauce. And that starts with the base of some garlic that I've just chopped up. And to make sure that our base, our sauce comes together, I've chosen to go with our Clover Classic Dairy Snack, and we're going with the plain flavor here, because what I want here is I want to be able to carry the flavor of these mustard, different mustard flavors we've going in here. We've got our whole grain mustard, we've also got our Dijon mustard, and then we've just got the hot English mustard. The reason for that is because they come in different types of heat, you know, different types of flavors, and the texture that comes from the Dijon mustard with being able to chop, being able to just chop into those texture when you have the Dijon mustard. And the fact that it comes, the Clover Classic is an essential source of 10 vitamins. That for me just brings it up a notch.
Okay. And at the end of the day, mustard is very, very spicy. And it depends on how you like it. So I love the fact here that you're adding the different layers, the different flavors, and the 3 different types of mustard. And at the end of the day, it seems as if mustard and tongue here on the show is a trend.
Definitely. They are like a married couple. They work so well together, because the pickled tongue tends to be nice and mellow, and then the mustard just, brings it up a notch. It awakens the flavor of the tongue itself. And now, just to add a bit of sweetness to this, I'm adding a bit of honey. If you don't want to use honey, you're more than welcome to just leave it as a nice tart sauce. But Bali, you touched on the fact that we're using mustard in here, and the reason we've chosen to go with the Clover Classic Dairy Snack, not only because of that unique clover recipe that's in there, but because it actually mellows down and tones down the strength of those mustard flavors that we have here. So I don't know, when you try it there, let me know if you're able to touch, or rather taste the heat, but also able to taste the mellow flavor of the actual tongue itself.
So I quite purposefully went for quite a saucy scoop of the mustard sauce with the cow's tongue, just to make sure that I get all of those flavors that you've spoken about already.
Awesome stuff. And if you want to, if you wanted to add any additional herbs to this, you'd be more than welcome to do so. It's completely up to you. If someone wants to add additional flavors, you are more than welcome to do so. It's just about playing around with it and just making sure you're still able to get the base.
But like you were saying earlier about the mustard being quite spicy, like we said in the previous recipe with the sriracha, because of the clover dairy snack, It tones it down just a little bit, so it makes it's just perfect marriage.
And I'm experiencing that right now. I definitely had that. It almost punched me in the face, that flavor. Absolutely outstanding. Something that almost any family member will definitely enjoy at home. And if you want to get your hands on this recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
The classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.